Hola, people. Hello and welcome. I have no idea. Let me know if you can hear me. My microphone's doing some really wonky shit right now, and it's saying it's disconnected, and it's saying it's connected, and my internet's like going crazy. So that's fun and exciting. But I just wanted to get on here. We're gonna pull some cards later. But I wanted to get on here and explain my Patreon because I've had quite a few people that have questions and some people have very specific comments that I wanted to address. Okay, thank you. But yeah, we'll get into it. And look, this is cute. Look at this. Ooh, super fun. Very colorful today. But yeah, I'll pull some cards at the end of this video. But I'm just going to take some time to explain the whole process. I have several tiers. Hola, people. Hello, it's me. I have several tiers that I'm going to share with you. I have like 4 tiers, I believe, today, and there are other tiers, but the other tiers, you still get the same content. You just get different perks, like different rewards at the higher tiers. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna just talk, and if you have any thoughts, well, thank you. If you have any thoughts, always feel free to share. One thing I did want to address was that I had someone express that I don't provide any content, but what they didn't get was on Patreon, you have to go to my Patreon and you have to receive that content. Like if depending on your tier, there's specific content. I post every single day pretty much. Welcome. I post every day. I post every day pretty much on my page, but on my Patreon, I post you'll see the schedule. But there's so much content already there. There's so much. There's like a lot. I'm looking at my Patreon right now. I'm trying to find it for you, but there's over 580, almost 600 posts on my Patreon, and there's over 100 posts for spells and magic, and there's over 100 posts for formulas. There's a lot of content already there that you can get access to. So if you weren't receiving the content, that's because you weren't on Patreon or you weren't at that tier. But it shows you, like I post, basically Sunday through Friday. I have content that I post on a regular basis. Okay, so the Patreon experience, y'all. I have different tiers. I have like the official Deviant tier, the Divergent Witch tier, the Aberrant Witch, and the Witch of Oddities. And I'm just going to go in, and again, I'll explain it. If you have questions, feel free to ask those questions. And then at the end of this, just because we want to give back, so I'll pull some cards. We'll do like a little reading or something, just to have fun. Okay. So, the official Deviant tier, that's like the basic tier where, hey, I enjoy the work that you do. I support you across social media. I love the posts you do on your Facebook page or Instagram. I just want to show my support, That's like the official ooh, look at I just love this. I just love this. So that's why I kind of included it several times. I love it and I'm going to share it. Why not? I don't know. It's just so fun. It's so cute. So this is what's up. So basically, there you go. You can see it's $5 a month. It's $5 a month, and I do something like what I call Blackthorne Monthly. It's like my monthly content. So for $5 a month, you get your monthly outlook reading, which the readings are so beneficial. You really cannot beat them. It's a monthly outlook, so it's like monthly collective reading, specifically for patrons, right? So specifically for patrons. So it gives you archetypal energies to work with. We have the month ahead, the monthly outlook, what to be aware of, and it just gives you something to work with to have a better month, right? And then I have something called lunation stations and ingresses, and that's just planetary, like astrology stuff. Look, I talk about the different moon phases. and then when a planet is moving into a different sign, and stuff like that. So I try to incorporate my passion for astrology with this tier as well. So you're ready to connect with whatever moon phase is coming up. You're prepared for when a planet might be moving into another sign or whatnot. It's like, oh, I need to be aware of this. I need that. That's why something is energetically going on, right? That's why, okay, I see the sort of the patterns happening in life, and it's because of that. So it's just really great information for you to just connect with and be aware of. And then I have a daily schedule. So for the official Deviant tier, which is $5 a month, you get your daily. So every Sunday, we do a week ahead collective reading. So you get, a week ahead reading. So every Sunday, we're doing the weekly reading. And that just helps you fine tune that month ahead, like the monthly reading. It helps you break things down a little better. And it takes into consideration the ebbs and flow of energy, right? Because we can do a month ahead reading, we absolutely can, but then things shift, things change. And so that's why we do the weekly. Like, okay, this is the monthly overview, the monthly archetypal energies, and then we're going to break it down every week, and we're going to pay attention to the energies that are coming up, anything specific. And then we do the week ahead, which gives you like, okay, this is the general outlook for this week. So it just helps you to fine tune um that experience. And then over here on this cute little perps, you get patron only posts and messages. So I tend to, I love sharing, I love engaging, I love giving back. And so I'm constantly sharing information, I'm constantly sharing what I can. And so I do a lot of patron only posts. And again, there's over 500 posts right now that you can connect with. And then a reward. A reward is, a one card oracle reading when pledged for 6 consecutive months. So like, you have to be pledged for 6 months. On that seventh month, I will do a one card oracle pull for you, and it's specifically for you. So that's fun, and that's just, again, that sounds like a lot. It kind of is, and that's $5 a month. That investment. So that is our Ooh, look at that. That's our official Deviant tier. And then let's get into the next tier. We're gonna do 4 tiers, and we're gonna pull some cards, y'all. So bear with me. Divergent Witch tier. So that's the next one. And you can see over here it's $13 investment, which I find it's I again, I think it's worth it. So you get quite a bit more content for $13. um, so you do get the monthly outlook still. You get the lunation stations and ingresses, and then you get a magical mantra, affirmation, or intention. So what I do is like I pay attention to how I feel, or just energetically. I tune into that month and what affirmation, what intention, what mantra, what can we take with us throughout this month? Like, what is that theme, right? And so I add that. So you get that bonus for the Blackthorne Monthly. You'll get that sort of content where it's like, okay, this is an affirmation I can carry with me throughout the month. This is what we're going to work on. This is what I'm calling forth. Does that make sense? So it's a lot more. You get that mantra or affirmation, which helps. I find it helps because it gives me something to work with. And it's like, I don't know what to do. Well, hello, Loretta, welcome. I don't know what to do, but at least with this, with Blackthorne Monthly, I have this affirmation. I can work with this. And then for each and every one of us, depending on how we connect, depending on how we connect with that affirmation or that intention, we can do several different things with it. Maybe we like how it feels, and maybe we feel resistance towards that affirmation. There's something going on, so we can then, oh, okay, that gives me something to work with, so I can use that as a point of attraction, where I can take that information, and I have resistance. So maybe during the waning phase of the moon, I'm going to banish those obstacles. Yeah. And so, oh, I really love this affirmation or intention for this month. So I'm going to work with the waxing moon to grow this energy. So you can see how it kind of like gives you, like, it's the doorway, gives you opportunities, little seeds to expand upon for yourself, especially if you're like, oh, I don't know what to do, I want to utilize this moon phase, or I want to do something this month, but I'm not quite sure. This allows you to connect with that energy and say, hey, it gives you something to work with along with your monthly outlook, the weekly readings, and such. So, who's messaging me over here? I don't know. So with this, your daily schedule, y'all, we got a lot. So the daily schedule, just like the official Deviant Witch tier, you get your Sunday content, which is the week ahead collective reading. Boom, boom, boom. And then Monday, I do like a moon archetype post, and then Deviant Daily. So Monday is associated with the moon, okay? Monday is associated with the moon, and so I take into consideration the significations of the moon in astrology, how it makes me feel, the moon stuff, undercurrents of psychic patterns, stuff like that. And I will then be inspired to post something about like moon quality stuff. Am I making sense? Um, so like for a Monday post for the moon archetype, I might post like a psychic oil, because again, moon can be psychic, right? The moon can be maybe something nurturing, maybe something about caring, about like undercurrents of things like that. And so I will take that into consideration. You might get a spell, you might get a formula, you might get like this blip of inspiration, but it has to do with that moon energy. Okay. So that's fun. That's really fun. And then Deviant Daily is our daily reading. So if you're at this tier, you'll get the Sunday collective, you'll get the moon archetype post, and then you'll also get, well, hello, Sarah Jane, welcome. You also get your daily reading, and we record the day before. So on Monday I record Sunday. So Sunday I'll record for Monday. Monday I'll record for Tuesday. So you have a little time to prepare and just listen to the reading and be in that energy, and have a good feel for the archetypal energies in that day. And then you have Tuesday. Again, I love the planetary influences. So Tuesday is associated with Mars. And so you have a Mars archetype post. And so again, on Patreon, what I'll do for that day, on Tuesdays, I will post things that are in alignment with Mars significations, Mars energy. Again, it can be a spell, it can be a formula, it can be a ritual, it can be a lot of different things, but it is in alignment with that Mars energy. Does that make sense? And I like that. I like that because it also helps us to tap into those planetary influences for that day. It helps us get into that space where oh, okay, Tuesday's Mars energy. Mars energy is associated with like this kind of spell or formula, and it helps us to really pay attention to that energy, pay attention to those influences. And then again, Deviant Daily. So your daily schedule, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So if you're at the Divergent Witch tier, you'll get all of this content, your daily for Monday and Tuesday, your week ahead on Sunday, your monthly outlook, all of that. And then, oh my God, y'all, like I say, I like to offer so much. You obviously get your early access to content, patron only voting power. So at this tier, Like, I like to invest into my business. I like to invest into you because you invest into me. So as long as you're a patron at this tier, if I'm trying to like maybe get a new Oracle deck or a new book or something to share with you, maybe we want to do something new with the Oracle or Tarot deck with our readings. And so I'll say, hey, I'm looking to get us a deck. So what would you like to see? What kind of deck would you like me to purchase? Because I'm all about that. I'm all about sharing. I'm all about investing into each other. And that's just kind of like the basic of it. There's going to be other patron only voting stuff, different content you want to see, but at any tier, if you have special requests for content, you just have to reach out. You just have to message me, let me know, and I'm happy to help where I'm able to. And so I'm always listening to what you might want or need or desire for content. And if it's something I'm capable of, I got you. I got you covered. You just have to ask, right? Another cool thing about this, when you are pledged for 5 consecutive months, you will receive a Reiki session with me. And I love doing healing work. Reiki sessions channels Reiki energy into your space wherever you may need it. I also try to focus on the chakras and your aura and things of that nature. Okay. So cute. Boom. Uh, I am Reiki too. Awesome. So the next tier is the Aberrant Witch tier. All right. We're almost there, and then we'll get into some cards. The Aberrant Witch tier. You get more. See, look at you get more stuff. You get more. So this is going to be 25 a month. Still really great deal. You get the Blackthorne Monthly, which is a monthly outlook, your lunation stations and ingresses, magical mantra, affirmation or intention. But then added to this is a crystal profile for the month. Y'all, I am a hibiscus moon certified crystal healer. Yada yada yada. Whatever. But I got the certificate. It's cute. And it was a really great course, actually, a really great course. And I love crystals. I do. Um, so each month I will post like a little bit like a crystal profile. So crystal information. It might be like the mundane and metaphysical the mundane or the metaphysical properties of crystals, could be various like tones of the crystals, but there's information, there's data there for you to utilize. So there's the crystal profile for the month. I might even take voting on that later on, like, oh, what crystal should we have for this month? So that might be fun to do as well. But I will post crystal information. So maybe black tourmaline, and then I will share like, okay, black tourmaline is connected to this vibe, this energy, and this might be a spell to work with black tourmaline. This might be how you utilize black tourmaline in charging your oils or whatever. There's going to be a lot of information here, and we can take our time. So it might not be an over. I'm not going to like give you 10 pages of information, which is possible, but I will give you enough to work with for that month where you have a really good general overview of that crystal and how to work with it. And then if you have questions about it, we get to have conversations. And then as you can see, the daily schedule, oh my goodness. So you get your Sunday, your Monday, your Tuesday. And so added to the Aberrant Witch tier is the Wednesday and Thursday archetype posts. So Wednesday we have like Mercury stuff. On Wednesday during retrograde, I shared some like Mercury retrograde oil formulas. Then Thursday's Jupiter. So on Thursdays we talk about like Jupiter significations and influences. And then your deviant daily. So you have your daily for the Aberrant Witch tier. You have your added daily readings. Wednesday and Thursday we have extra readings. So at this tier you get almost everything. Again, your patron only posts, early access to content, your voting, and then if you're at this tier, You get an oracle reading when pledged for 4 consecutive months. So for 4 months, at that 5th month opening, you will get an oracle reading. Y'all, that's a lot of good shit. I'm just saying. Let's just be honest. It's fun. And I love connecting with you. I love talking with you. So it's so much fun to me. It really is. And it's just, I love it. So the last, before we get to our cards that we're going to pull, the last tier is a really great tier. I just love the name, Witch of Oddities, because who isn't odd? Who doesn't love that? So the Witch of Oddities tier, there's several other tiers, but those are just bonus, like you get extra perks. One of them I believe is like a jewelry, necklace or something. But that's just this, the Witch of Oddities tier with content creation. That's the last tier where you can get everything. Everything else, the tiers after, you just get extra perks, extra rewards. So Witch of Oddities is 55 a month. Again, not bad because you again look at all this stuff. So with Blackthorne Monthly, you still get the monthly outlook, lunations, magical mantra. You get the crystal profile, but you also get 2 extra things. So you get the herbal profile. I love herbs, y'all. I do love herb magic. And so each month you'll also get herb information. So magical information about herbs, and then you get some Book of Shadows content. So it could be a spell, a formula, anything, something to add to your Book of Shadows, right? And we're going to have a lot of fun with that. So you have all of this content for you to empower yourself, right? So it's to empower yourself and to inspire your craft. And so another thing with the daily schedule, so you have all of these. You have the added bonus of Friday. Friday is your Venus archetype, so it's like a lot of like beauty and luxury and love, and sometimes war. So you got a lot of Venus stuff that will be posted on Fridays, and then your daily reading for Friday, which carries over through the weekend. So it's a really great if you want like a daily inspiration, if you want daily inspiration Monday or Sunday through Friday, you got this. This is your archetypal stuff. This is your tarot or oracle readings every day, inspired to help you. And it really is to help you see the collective energies in your day and how to best work with them, how to best navigate that day. So if you're one day you're just like, oh, I feel really shitty, you can come to the reading and say, hey, how can I make the most of this? And you can look at that reading and you can say, okay, I'm inspired. At least I'm inspired, and I know that I need to get my mind in alignment with something to help me move forward, to help me really work on something. Okay, so it's worth it. So you have your daily schedule. Again, all of this is what you receive. Saturdays, I take off. I take off on Saturday. Sometimes I'll post some Saturday content. And then you have, again, patron only posts, early access, patron only voting, full library access. So you get all of the content at this tier. You receive everything. The only thing I don't share much anymore is my malediction. So my hex work and my cursing. I shared that. I've shared that with higher tiers, but sometimes at this tier, I don't give so much of that away anymore. But if it's something you're interested in, I'm able to connect with you about that. So this perk here is so worth it. Rockstar healing session when pledged for 5 consecutive months. So at that 6th month, the beginning of the 6th month, when you have 5 months pledge, you will receive a rockstar healing. We'll set up a time for a session. And a rockstar healing, it's like everything. It takes into consideration, like I do herbal healing, I do this is all distant. So herbal crystal, I incorporate crystals, I channel my spirits, my ancestors, and the gods that I work with, and we do healing. I do Reiki on you. We do a chakra attunement, like tuning up the chakras, and I pay attention to all of the psychic energy coming through. And then at the end of the session, I will connect with you, and I will relay all of the information that comes up. And so sometimes, a lot of times, there's cards I pull because I'm like, okay, there's something going on. Like if I feel there's like this disruption in the root chakra, I will channel and I will pull a card for the root chakra. Not all chakras, but the ones that have a little more difficulty. Like what's going on here? We'll pull cards, and then we'll also incorporate that into the healing work that we're doing. So that's like intense. It's an intense session, but it's well worth it. And so for 55 a month, you get all of this. And that's not y'all. That is not including all of the other stuff that I offer. That's not including like when you ask me like, "Hey, I'd like to learn a little more about this," or "Hey, what do you know about this?" or "Do you have a formula for this?" Yeah, I sure do. And so that's not including all the extra, our conversations and the stuff that you want me to address. That's not including all of that. This is just what I have set out. So you're able to take full advantage of me. Like I'm a resource. I really am. This is my passion. This is my life. I love, my work. It's my art. And so I ask you to take advantage of me. I ask you to use me as a resource because I have so much to offer. And it's important for you to direct that energy by saying, "Hey, I'm curious about this," Um, and so that's where we're at. I think that's it, y'all. Let me check. If you have any questions, feel free, and you can cancel anytime you want. It's Patreon. You get to cancel. It'll charge you the day that you pledge, and then on the first of the month following. So if you sign up today, cool, and then it will charge you. The 1st of March, it will charge you. And you're able to cancel. It's all good. But I also want you to remember that I'm constantly providing information. So if you think that I'm not doing anything, if you think, oh, I don't see anything, then reach out maybe, or look on Patreon. The posts are there. So I just want you to be aware of that. Like, don't think I'm not like I'm holding out. Maybe there's something going on with the connection. So always reach out if you have any issues. I'm happy to talk with you. I'm also thinking one more thing. I'm also thinking of putting up a Discord server, so we can just chat. Again, another patron fun access point, just to have like one-on-one, like a chat space. I always love that. I always love like chat spaces. They're so much fun. So that's where I get to say, hey y'all, join me on patreon.com/the Deviant Witch. And I thank you for sharing this time with me. We're gonna get into our Oracle card pull in a second, but I thank you. I thank you for taking the time to listen. I try to get through this as fast as possible, because I want you to have the information. I want you to have the information and to know what's up. This is what I cover. This is what I'm about. This is what I'm doing. And I do a lot. I do. That's just that's the truth. I offer a lot. I love it. I love to do that. And I know that you love the information. I know that it's great content. It's great information for you to utilize, to remain in power, to take your power back, to claim yourself. This is your life. Each and every one of us. This is our life that we get to create with. And so why not make the best possible choices for ourselves? And with my Patreon, that's something that inspires everyone to do that. I'm not here to take your power. I'm here to empower you. I'm here to share what I love and my inspiration, and the things that excite me, to help you. That's something that's always been important for me and to me, is helping other people where I can, because I know what it's like to feel like disempowered. I know what it feels like when people try to take something from you, and that's not fun. And I don't want to create that for you. I want to give you the tools and the resources, and the support and the upliftment to create for yourself, to take these things into your own hands. And that's why I give you formulas, and that's why I give you things that you can alter and you can create with. And that's why I give you information, because information is so vital to our progression. And yeah, so with that being said, let's see. It's my favorite thing. Thank you guys. Thank you all. That's the end of the Patreon information. So let's get into some cards. Should I do general? Should I do like just a general collective, or should I just pull? I can pull one card, I guess. Yeah, if you want me to pull a card for you, go ahead. Just comment. Let me know you want a card, and I'll pull for you. This is so like mesmerizing. I love this. But if I don't get any comments, I'll just do a little general pull for inspiration. All right, Sarah Jane. How the hell do you say your last name? I love it. Sarah Jane there. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna is that your real last name, or is it like, you know? All right. Elisa, I keep seeing you keep commenting, but it's all blank. So we'll do Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane, this is for you. And then there's that. Boom. Let's go back to this. This is cute. This is cute. Let's go back to here. I love it. So, and don't mind me, y'all. I'm cleaning. I'm all haggard. I'm trying to figure out this light situation, my office, all of it. So, Sarah J, we're working with my Metamorphosis Oracle because I love it. Why not? I love it. Okay. Ooh, this would probably be more like, let me put this up here. Join me on Patreon. So, Sarah Jane, what do we want to share with you? What's coming up for you? What do you need to know? Let's see. I just love shuffling, so sometimes it's like so awkward because I'm like, Sarah, and I'm. Did it cut out? No. Oh, sugar. It cut out on me. That's weird. Sugar, y'all. Huh. That's so weird. I don't know why. It totally said, my thing just said, Facebook is having an issue streaming. So let me see if I can do that. Save changes. Sorry, there's no one watching at the moment. If this continues for a while, creating a broadcast or a smooth destination from the broadcast center, we add it. How do I remove? And then let's try this. This is weird. Save changes. That is so weird. It totally kicked off. Now I have to go check. Sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties. At least it's at the end. That is so weird. It's still recording. My YouTube is going to be like this big old pause. That's so. Sorry, I'm trying to see. That's awkward. That's so weird. I don't know what happened there. Huh. Anyways, I just got this weird notice saying, "Oh, you can't, your Facebook is error blah 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 stream." So then it cut everyone off and it's like, "Oh, remove this and then re-add it." And so I did. So yeah, that's so odd. I don't know. Anyways, Sarah Jane, this is for you. That's so weird. Huh. Let's see. Okay, so Sarah, ooh, I like this. Black absorber. So black, banishing, powerful magic, seeing secrecy, allure, channeling, and what lies beneath. So for Sarah, the card that comes up for you, that is black. The and I like black. The color is beautiful, but it reminds us, like, we associate like banishing, letting go, releasing, like potency. And so right now for you, Sarah, I do feel like this is a time for you to recognize, like, what do I need to let go of? What do I need to release? Like, there's something that I'm holding on to, that I'm just holding on. And I feel like it's something that you're holding on to that's has emotional value or sentiment. Like, that this phase or this experience is done, but you either have like sentimental value or there's something there. uh, yeah, I know it cut out on me, so hopefully we're back, we're good, Sarah. But there's something there for you that you just it's healthier for you to be without this experience. It's healthier for you to be without this energy. And so banishing, it's time to let go. It's time for you to embark on a new adventure for yourself. It's time for you to embark on a new experience that is almost like alone. I don't know if it's like by yourself, but it's almost like you have to find that sort of independence. And I don't know if there's a codependency going on, but there's things that you have to take back. It's like you have to reclaim yourself, reclaim your energy, and let go of the things again that just no longer are important for you, no longer relevant. I shouldn't say important, because maybe they are important, but it's also more important for you to reclaim yourself. It's more important for you to reclaim your magic, and to maybe not tell someone, maybe not speak about it. Like, you're doing some new stuff, you're trying to set yourself up for success. Maybe you're trying to move out or get away from a situation, a relationship, I don't know, but maybe you're trying to get away from something. And it is important that you not talk so much about it. Maybe be mindful of who you share that information with, because you don't want that information going to maybe certain situations or people or individuals that just don't need to have that information until you're ready to take action. Does that make sense? And so it's also like what lies beneath. Please remember, there's also underlying patterns and underlying currents for the reasoning for people's behaviors. And don't justify people's behaviors like, oh, don't justify it. It's very important that you recognize there are ulterior motives when it comes to certain people. And so this, but at the same time, I feel like there's this like a conflict where I'm justifying something. I am justifying the behaviors because it makes me think of. Again, I'm not saying this is for you, but this is like the sort of situation. It makes me think of when people stay in relationships because they have children, saying, "Oh, they need both parents," and that's not necessarily the case. I'm not a professional counselor, but this is just my opinion. It makes me think of that sort of situation, because we can do more harm to our children when we stay in toxic environments, right? So it's not always better to stay in a situation like that. Sometimes the best thing we can do is to grow apart and to move on and to do things that require hardship. Yes, it requires us to find our own selves, and maybe we come back together eventually. Who knows? I'm not saying that, but right now this is a path for you to take, that it requires you to banish. It requires you to release, to let go, and to say, I'm done with this. And I am going to claim my magic. I'm going to claim my beauty. I'm going to claim what I desire in my life, and I'm going to embark on that new adventure. So there's that. Yeah, thank you for letting me pull that. I think that there's so much more to that card that I feel that you will connect with. So enjoy it, utilize it, and utilize it to meditate on, like, what do I need to do here? And I think you'll get some really good response to that. The next pull is for Jade. The next pull is for Jade. Uh, Yes. Hello, Christina. And I love your name. And I'm not going to say it because I'll probably mess it up too. But I love it. I just love names. They're so much fun. Okay, Jade, this is for you. You got. Oh my gosh, I got. Let me, because we're having time together, so we can just talk too as they shuffle. Well, thank you. Yes. I got banned. I got suspended in a keto group, y'all, because I posted a YouTube video for someone, and their rules were like, don't post Facebook resources. So I was like, okay, it's not a Facebook link, it's YouTube. But I guess that was naughty of me. But I got suspended until April. I'm like, what the hell? Like, that's a long ass time. Shoot. And it's so like I don't like talking too much unless it's in my group, or I don't engage too much. I get, shy. But I was like ready. I was ready to connect. I was ready to say stuff, and then I can't now. And I'm like, I'll be so happy when I can chat. Hello. So yeah, that just made me think of that. So this is for Jade. Jade, are you here? Can you hear me? So let's see. Jade, this is for you. Huh. We're getting the color wheel out today. It appears red, the color red, and force. Ooh, force. Sorry if I don't see your comment yet. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to make sure I don't lose my place. So red and force. Seduction, warmth, bloodlust, kink, sexual primitive attraction, and mastery. So red and force. Look at the little ladybug, so cute. So red and force. Here we go. I like that for you, Jade. I think that this is I mean, where she is, it's snowing. So it's so funny that this comes up because I feel like with the red energy, this force energy, there's a lot of stuff that's coming up for you that's melting away. It is important for you to channel the red energy, to channel that sort of red vibration, and to Jade. This is for you. She just tuned in. So red force, we have seduction. Thank you, it's my deck. Thank you. My deck with the E. Seduction, warmth, bloodlust, kink, sexual, primitive, attraction, and mastery. And so with the red energy, I do feel like right now it's time for you to get inspired. It's time for you to create. It's time for you to channel that energy into something productive for you. I feel like right now it's paying attention to what is enticing to you, paying attention to what is inspiring to you. And I think it's on all levels. It's not just like, oh, work, it's not just home, it's everything. What is inspiring to Jade? What excites Jade? What excites Jade? Hello. What excites Jade? What is important to her? I feel like I just, thank goodness we're not in person because I just like spit a little. Um, um, pay attention to that. Right now, it's coming alive again. It is reawakening things that are important to you that maybe you thought were lost. And so it really is getting outside of yourself from the roles that you fulfill for other people, and start actually paying attention to who you actually are, like who you want to be. Why am I doing this? Who you want to be. Does that make sense? And so it's really reclaiming your energy as almost separate from the roles that you play for the world around you. So it's, almost, if you take into consideration Jade as a single individual without, Jade without, kids or blah 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 blah, without the work you have, that Jade, it is time to sort of unearth her and bring that to surface and connect with her again. Like what can you do for yourself that makes you happy? That's where red is coming from. That's where this force energy, you have to, and you have to claim it. You can't allow other people to take that away from you. You can't allow for other things to sort of like disconnect you from your source. So it's really important right now for you to reconnect with your source as you. And I think you know what I mean when I say that. it's more about that individual. There is a word and it's not coming to me, but that individual sense of self, that you, before all of the other layers were added, that the things that you're passionate about need to come up again and you need to address them. So maybe I'm still passionate about this, maybe I'll get into this. Maybe those oil paint, is it oil painting? Pastels, something, something like that. Maybe I'm still into this, maybe I really want to give this a go, maybe I want to try. I'm still into it, and this not so much, not into this over here, not into it, so I don't need to do it. But you have to let that surface so you can connect with it and see where that passion is coming, and get with the program. So thank you for letting me choose that for you. And so, uh, is it? How do I always ask you how I say your name because I always want to say Cherry because I just love, I don't know, Cherry. But I think it's Sherry. Sherry. I'm just gonna call it Perez. No. So Jade, we got you. We got Sarah. Now we have Sherry. We got Jerry. I know it's not Cherry. I always feel like I'm saying it wrong. So Perez. Uh, Sherry, this is for you. So hello, Colleen. Welcome, Laura. Thank you for. Sorry, I'm like looking down here because I can see your comments over here. I should bring it up on that screen. But yeah, let's choose a couple more. Why not? We have time. We had a little glitch in the system, so we get time together. And I just spoke about my Patreon, y'all. So definitely check it out. Patreon.com/the Deviant Witch. There are several tiers for different like brackets of investment. You get your $5 official Deviant tier, which all of it helps. All of it helps to support, doing what I do, doing what I love. So thank you for considering it. So, Sherry, are you here? Can you hear me? Oh, is it freezing? For once on my end, it doesn't say it. My internet's good. Normally, it will tell me on my end if my internet's terrible. You would think by this time we would just have like instant automatic speed and just no worries, No worries. Okay, for Sherry. So, all right. I wonder if I can tag her. Let me see. Let me try it. No, I cannot. Uh, I wonder if I can do it on Facebook. Let's see. Well, shit, I can't do that either. Sorry. I'm using my Metamorphosis. I'm using my Metamorphosis. So the card that comes up for you, Sherry, is Third Gender, Providence, Transformative, Healers, Warriors, Courage, Bringers of Change. I like this card. I like it. I like it a lot, especially for you right now. I feel like you've been embarking on like this healing process and this reclaiming process, and now it's like this. You're kind of vibrating between the old and the new, and it's really interesting. I can see it, and it really says that it's time for you to really claim your spot in life. It's time for you to remember that this is life is about exploration, life is about embrace, life is about change and experience. So live your life the way you see fit, and that's the big thing that keeps coming up is like live your life the way you see fit. Do not rely on other people, and do not let other people tell you how you should behave, how you should experience your world. This is your life. This is your reality. This is your world. And so with this card, it's saying, look, you get to set the tone for what happens next. And I feel like you're in the process of breaking chains, breaking like familial patterns. I feel like you're in the this is where some of the friction that might come up for you is happening. I feel like it's important that you keep moving forward, keep putting that one foot, that step after the other. Because again, you are this like sort of warrior energy, because you're making decisions that people in your family or in your circle have not made before. You know, maybe they're stuck and maybe they're in a place where they're comfortable with, but you're not. And so this is for you, Sherry, that you are walking your path in alignment with your truth, and you're doing well. Keep doing it and keep choosing yourself, and what you want. So know that you are breaking familial patterns, breaking patterns that have been put in place by your circumstance, by situations, by your environment. You don't have to accept that anymore. You get to choose what you want for yourself. Does that make sense? And so have the courage to say, I am no longer participating in this. I am no longer engaging with this. Have the courage, because you are healing and you're coming from a healed place, that you do not have to allow people to walk over you. You do not have to allow people to treat or communicate with you a certain way. You get to say, this is how I'm going to be talked to. Like, I'm claiming this. Like, you don't get to treat me this way. So there's massive healing happening in your life, and the struggles that you're going through, just know that you will navigate through them, and you do not have to handle. Please remember, you don't have to handle your life situation the way that people are telling you, and you don't have to handle any situation the way you have had maybe handled it before. You're a new person, and if you want different for yourself, you get to choose differently. Okay. So, yeah, I like that for you. So, thank you for letting me pull a card for you. I'm trying to go up to see who else. Who else? Anyone else want a card? Do you want a card? Let me sling some cards. Um, anyone else want a card? I think I got everyone who said they wanted one. But if anyone else wants a card, why not? I'm here. I'm here. We're working with my metamorphosis deck. Well, Maria. Well, hello, Maria. Good to see you here. We will pull a card for you, Maria. What's that damn song that says Maria, 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 Maria? I'm not going to sing it for you. Um, oh, Ron. Alrighty, I see you. Okay, Maria, Maria, Maria first, and then Ron. Oh, and it's so weird, y'all. It's so weird. Like, comments are just popping up. Like, I didn't see them, and now they're just coming out all over the place. What is going on here? Okay, so we'll do Maria, and we'll do Ron, we'll do Elisa, and Helen. So weird. Uh, I have to roll my R's. I'm so sorry. It's like Maria, Maria. It sounds so weird to say Maria when I'm like, Maria, because, Mexican. Um, mostly Mexican, I should say. I hope that's not offensive to someone. I'm not trying to be. Okay. Ooh. I know. I love rolling. I was like, rah! Like, love rolling the R's, and it's like, whatever. It's all good. So we can have fun here, right? We can enjoy. So, West, productive comes up for you. Gentle, emotion, confidence, the psyche, deceptive, bonding, sustaining, and needy. So we have gentle, we have emotions, confidence, the psyche, head games. What the hell? Don't let people fuck with your mind. Um, and don't be don't be fucking with other people's minds unless you have to. Deception, bonding, sustaining, and needy. Needy. I'm not good with the needy. I'm really not. I'm just not. But with this card, West, productive. It's time. Another thing. I feel like right now there's a lot of call to action in these cards. But with West coming up, there's a lot of emotional struggle here. I feel there's a lot of emotional feels like a yo-yo. Or there's another thing that's coming up, but I can't place it. But it's this like yo-yo of energy. This like emotions and mental stuff, like messing with my headspace, and I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. And so it's almost like I know, I on one level I know that it's not in my head. I know that whoever's trying to make me think that I'm crazy, or whoever's trying to make me think that I'm not seeing things correctly, I know that's not true. I am seeing a situation correctly. I am seeing this experience for what it is. Does that make sense? And so I'm not crazy for how I feel. I'm not crazy for what I'm seeing, because I know that I'm seeing this thing, the situation come to fruition. And so I feel like with this card, it's expressing like, look, it is time for you to pay attention to how you feel, pay attention to that intuition. Like if something needs to be checked out, if something needs to be done, or if there's a certain thing that needs to be addressed, I feel like it's important that you say it. Like don't wait on expressing something, because there's a lot of emotions going on. So don't wait to say something. Use your intuition when you know something, like you feel something's going on, you feel like there's I don't know, something's not right here. Express it. um and I think that it's important that you be gentle with yourself through this, because there's a lot of it seems like there's a lot of like intense energies going on, and it's hard to pick yours out from the people around you. But it is so important for you to ground out right now. It's important for you to ground. It's important for you to pay attention to your own headspace, and sort of like disentangle, like detangle your thoughts from those around you. Does that make sense? And so you have to really, really work at being grounded right now. Remain grounded, focus on that. Don't allow other people's thoughts to influence you right now, even if it's challenging. It is so important that you not engage with all of what other people are projecting on you, because that can lead to like feeling hysteria, almost like there's so much going on that you pick up on, and it's not good for you. And so ground everything out. And there's this technique that I was taught in psychic training. So ground yourself, and then in your mind's eye, in front of you, place like a rose, just a rose. And then on that rose, I want you to ground that rose, and then program that rose to take on anything that's being projected. Okay, anything that's coming at you, ground that rose, and then check in on that rose. If it's like it's over full, if it's looking like nasty, put that rose into the ground, ground it out. Or sometimes what I like to do is like I throw the rose up into the cosmos and I blow it up, and then I put another rose up. But this will help you remain grounded. This will help you to protect yourself. So try that. But I do feel like in order for you to be productive right now, you really have to disconnect from all of the chaos that is going on around you. You can't escape it. You can't escape it because family. It looks like you can't escape it because family, but you can protect yourself while you're in it. Does that make sense? And so with West, be gentle. Be gentle with yourself as well as others. Don't allow people to play head games with you. Ground yourself and use that rose technique, which will help you remain centered, remain calm, and as best as you can anyways. And then get back into your own head. Don't allow other people to play mind games with you. Get back into your own head. Trust your instincts. I feel that that's the most important thing. Ground, be in your own energy, use that rose technique, and just breathe. And everyone else can do what they want. If they want to act all crazy, that's fine. It's on them, but you don't have to allow it to influence you. You need to stay strong for yourself and in the right mind for yourself. So yeah, that's what's coming up for you. Thank you for letting me pull that for you. I appreciate it. So I think we said, oops. Thank you. And just remember, y'all, like one card readings, one card pulls, they don't take place of full on readings. They don't take place of full on readings. They're just like one card hits, inspiration, something to meditate on, something to work with. So, yeah. So the next is Ron. Ron, this card is for you. I just thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. So, Ron, then Elisa. Well, hello, Jessica. Well, thank you. I'm addicted. Wow, what? What did we say wow for? Wow in a good way? Nadia, tell me. Uh, I just love shuffling. So Ron. Ooh, this is like one. I love this card. I cannot pronounce the. It's the throat chakra. The throat chakra, which is like Vishuddha. I try. The throat chakra for Ron is communication, truth, and self-expression. Um, and this one really is very simple in the fact that it's saying that it is time to express the truth. I feel like maybe I oh good, thank you. I'm like, wow, yes, what? Are we good? Good. Okay. Not wow, oh my gosh, bad. Uh the throat chakra for Ron, I do feel like it's about communicating effectively. I feel like there's a lot of things, like a lot of different things going on that might be people planting falsehoods, people saying things or doing things that are just not true, stuff like that. And you're holding on to some stuff. You're holding on to things maybe because you don't want to hurt feelings, or maybe because you don't want to. There's just something that I feel like you're holding on to, but there is a situation in life right now that is about to sort of like come to its fullness, where it's going to require you to finally express the truth of the matter, the heart of the matter. It's like I was holding on to this because I didn't want, I didn't want to things to be so negative. But I do feel like sometimes you have to claim that truth. You have to say, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm going to speak up. I'm going to speak up, and I'm going to speak out because I'm tired of this. We're going to finish this. Does that make sense? I don't know if you're still here, Ron, but I feel like it is about, communication, and you can communicate effectively. You can communicate with your truth, but remember to have heart when you express yourself, and just know that you don't have to allow people to talk shit about you. You don't have to allow people to do all of that and hold it in. You are allowed to express yourself. You are allowed to communicate what you need to communicate effectively. Because if everyone else can have their opinion, they can say their shit that they want to say, you get to express yourself too. And there's a time and a place. And I feel like you've been waiting for the right time. And the right time for your ability to communicate, your ability to speak from the truth, right, is soon, and you will recognize it when it comes up for you. And so I also feel maybe you're being inspired by your spirits, your ancestors. There's communication here. There's information being given to you where it's like, okay, hold off, wait, and then you'll be given the sort of like the green light where it's like, okay, now is the time to communicate. Now is the time to go in. And I will encourage you, because I think when we're communicating, a lot of times in these situations we get so caught up in this passionate and emotional sense where we might want to say things that really go for the throat. I would encourage you that it is important that when you communicate, when you speak the truth, that you don't go to tear someone down, or tear situations down. It is important that you speak the truth in a place that is heart centered. So you speak what it is. You're not trying to tear someone down. You're just clearly expressing the heart of the matter. Does that make sense? And so that is what is coming up for you. Definitely start paying attention to information that is being given to you, and validate it, and then when the time comes, speak it. Okay. So thank you for letting me pull that for you. Elisa, this card is for you. And again, y'all don't forget, don't forget to join me on patreon.com/the Deviant Witch. There's several different tiers. If you want access to all the information, that would be the Witch of Oddities tier, and a lot of perks. So choose something that works for you. Choose something that works for you. All right. So, Elisa, let's see what pops up for you. Okay. It's Elisa and then Helen. Yes, Helen. I know. I almost forgot. Look, there's someone else. And then we'll do a couple more and then I will click out, I think. So, Elisa. Yeah. Oh dear. Nothing bad. It's funny. So, Samhain. The Samhain card. Life and death. Divining the future. Survival. Honor the dead. Banish evil. So, Samhain, life, death. I like this. I actually really like this for you. I feel like I am laughing. Yeah, it's just rather fitting for you. Life death energy, the life death connection. I feel that in your life. Obviously, it's like it reminds me of like a snake. A snake that sheds its skin. So it's like we're shedding that skin again. We're becoming something new. So there's this layers and layers of like newness that's coming forth. But then we got that dry itchy patch, that skin, that scales or whatever that has to flake off. And it's like my mama Mama Jade. Yeah, we can do a card for her for sure. So Samhain, life, death. Again, I find it rather appropriate because of the energy that's coming up. I think that this is a time where it's very important for you to let go as best as you can. I can't tell you how to mourn. I can't tell you how to do anything. That's not my place. I can only be here for you and support you and help you when and where you need it. Show up. But I do feel like there are lingering things about situations going on in life right now that maybe are not so positive. It's like, I'm so frustrated or I'm so angry at certain things, or just there's little annoyances. And I think that it's time to clear that out. It's like, okay, you don't have to hold on to this anymore. You can release this. You can express your anger. I think it's important for you to express your anger. It's important for you to express your frustration, but it's also important for you to say, okay, that's done. Like, let me communicate with the dead and express, what I'm going through. Let me communicate with the dead and say, hey, I'm mad at you for leaving, or I'm mad at you for exiting, or I'm mad at you for doing this. We had so much more we could have done together. We had so much more that we could have created. And it's also important for you, like there's a message coming through where it's like you need to get out of survival mode. You have been surviving. That's your experience, but you are in your own way thriving, and you have to recognize that. You have to recognize what you're capable of and what you've actually been doing. You don't have to, I mean, I don't know if this makes sense, but you don't have to just survive anymore. It's time to live. It's time to really see things the way they are, and to enjoy the process of unfolding, to enjoy your life. And so it is important that you also recognize that you have so much more to experience in life and so much more to do, and that one of the steps, like one of the things to do right now, is to get out of that sort of survival mode and to start getting into this mode where you can experience and you can enjoy and you can love your life, and to honor what it is that you're capable of. Honor those skill sets that you have in place. Honor the work that you do. Honor the dead. Honor those relationships, and take that forward, but also start to banish the little things. When it says banish evil, I don't say there's evil in your life. I don't feel that. I'm just saying there's things that are frustrating or anger or fear based, that that need to be said like goodbye to. And I feel like it's connected to the survival mode. It's like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? I'm in this survival mode. I have to, get this, put it in place and make sure that we have everything we need to get here or there. But that saying, that phase, that cycle of your life is on the end. And one of the ways for you to lay it to rest is to just banish those fear-based things that are associated with it. And so I don't know if I don't know if you heard me, but that's kind of what's coming up. Like this sort of a keep again. There's emphasis on survival, and there's emphasis on like honoring the dead. And so the future is yours. The future is yours. That energy is there to help you create with, but you have to let go, or you can choose to let go of the things that are kind of allowing you to sort of you're not there yet. You're kind of in between is what I'm trying to say. You're in between. And so you can let go so you can fully let go so you can fully embrace the blessings that are actually there. And letting go doesn't mean you forget. Letting go doesn't mean that somehow is no longer a part of your story. I think that everyone needs to hear this too. Is like when we go through like experiences in life, whatever it is, when it's friction, when it's chaos, when it's fear, when it's challenge, when it's traumatic, just because we let things go, just because we banish things and we free ourselves from that space, it doesn't mean we forget it. And it doesn't mean that it's no longer part of our story. It just means that it's no longer a relevant energy that is being activated to create with. It's like I experienced this hardship, this traumatic experience, and I don't want to create with it anymore. I'm done with it. I understand my part there. I understand what happened to me. I understand that. And now I can let it go. I can release, I can banish it from my life. It's still a part of my story, but it's in wherever it was, right? In the past. It's there. It's no longer an active participant in my life. Does that make sense? And so I think that's something important to say with this card in general, not just for Elisa, but for all of us, where we get to release those things so it no longer has a hold and an active play in what we paint from this point forward. All right. And so that is something that pops up a lot right now. And so yeah, and it's okay. It's like you can, having real conversations with the dead, having real conversations and saying, you know what, I'm not saying this to your mama. I'm not saying this, but I'm just saying, like, if we had conversations like, okay, just because someone passes doesn't mean we automatically forgive or forget. Doesn't mean we automatically just get to that place. There's a sadness, there's a sorrow, there's a grieving process, and then it's like, oh shit, I can't work through all of this other stuff. It's like you're a bitch. You're a bitch for leaving me. You're a bitch for this. Blah blah blah. But I also recognize that I miss you and I miss your bitchiness or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's a lot like that too. It's like we have to be comfortable and okay with we might not get that opportunity like we wanted it, but just because one is dead doesn't mean that they can't be better. They can't, work through things, and we can work through things too. And so we have to recognize that where we get the opportunity, even though they're dead, we can still work through things together. It might not be like it was in person, but we can say, hey, I'm going to have a conversation with you. We're going to work through some stuff, and then we're going to move on. Okay. So Samhain and life death, that comes up, and it's like this blending of life, death, and then life continues after death. Death is only a part of the story. After death we are reborn. There's life. Energy doesn't cease to exist. It simply transforms. And so the future is definitely bright, and it is yours, but I do feel like the things that are holding you back, the things that are tugging at that survival mode, they need to be laid to rest so you can actually start living and experiencing and being in the present moment more than you are. So yeah. Okay. All right. So that's for you, Elisa, my little long ramble. That's for you, Helen. Hopefully you're still here, Helen. I should get a drink of water, but What? What do you mean you came at the right time, bitch? No, you're supposed to be coming in at the first point when I first recorded so you would hear my whole advertisement. Like, hey, join me on Patreon, patreon.com/Deviant Witch. I have these 4 tiers, yada, yada, yada. Girl, it was all good too. I had like slides. I had cute slides and everything. I'm just giving you shit. It's fine. So Helen, you are still here. Welcome. So, oh my gosh, am I going to lose my voice? This cannot happen. So, Helen, this card is for you. Okay. Ooh, North. The card North. Cold winds. Bringer of winter. Thought. Realization. Ugh, no excuses. You were at work. So North, cold winds, bringer of winter, thought, realization, charm, and fertility for Helen. Okay, I really like this. So when I think of like cold winds, winter energy, cold, like freezing energy, I think of hair. I do. Like when you put cold water, it seals the cuticle, so you don't rinse like hair, like fashion colors or any color really, with hot ass water because it strips your hair color. It opens the cuticle, so the color molecules that are sticking to it. Hello, lesson. They jump out. They pop out. Boom. And that's the fastest way to you know make your hair color ugly again. It's so annoying because with cold water it seals the cuticle, it shuts things in, and so it locks that color in, and it prolongs the beauty and vibrancy of your hair color. Yes, you're welcome. So that's what I think of, and so I find that right now for you, Helen, there's this sort of realization as to what I want to be experiencing. There's this sort of okay, okay, I'm in the process of making changes. And so what do I want to lock in with me? What resources do I need to have with me? So let's just take Helen, let's just take the next 3 months into consideration, right? So what's coming up is like, okay, there's change. I'm experiencing change in my life. What kinds of change? I feel like you already know like some of the things that you're working through that are coming up. So you can use this. So what kind of change is coming up in my life? Like what do I need to be prepared for? Okay. And so what do I need with me right now that I have the resources to make certain things happen? What do I need with me for the next several months to make those things happen? So let me think about it. And I think that it's important for you to really think about your life for the next couple of months or next several months, and what you need to live, what you need to work with, what you're going through, and make sure you acquire those resources. So when you're sort of like in the phase of being locked in, when you're in this sort of moment where you're in your space and you have all of the things you need to work. You have all of the things you need to make happen what you want happen. And so there's like a lot of little realizations that are going on for you that it's time to listen to. So what's going on in your head? Ooh, that was weird. Uh, uh, oh, wow. Ooh, sparkles. Retraining now because I'm considering something. Yeah, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, and then with cold winds, it's like okay. If you again, I think if we sell our business right, then maybe there's a period where I don't have a flow of income coming up or something. There's something like that, and so maybe I need to allot myself so much money, make sure I ask for the right amount or whatever it is to make sure I'm okay for a while. Yeah. And so it's also saying like, don't, if you're going to sell, right? If you're going to sell, make sure you're provided for. Make sure you think about this. Make sure that you are taken care of for as long as you need until you do something different, if that's what you want to do. So I think that it's like, okay, winter is coming. Winter is coming, y'all. And so things might slow down to seal in what you're going through. So be very aware of the resources that you need in life whatever that is, that you have that, so it will get you through the next several months or whatever cycle that you're going through. Does that make sense? Um, but I think that before making any rash decisions, it is important that you really think about it more. You think about it, and you just kind of have like this sort of meditation with what you desire, why you want to do what you want to do, where you're headed with it, and really don't second guess yourself. I don't feel like it's saying, oh, second guess yourself, you're not making the right decision, but it's really making sure that you like, what is that, you dot your I's and cross your T's, or cross your T's and dot your I's, or whatever that saying is. But it's just making sure, because maybe you might forget something, or you might, overlook something. So make sure before you seal the deal, you look over contracts, you look over, in your head, like you go over, like, why am I doing this? What do I want out of this? Am I going to be okay taking this deal? Are they trying to lowball me? Whatever. But make sure you just really are aware of the whole process, and on paper, before signing anything, that it is in your favor. It's a good deal across the board for all involved. So, but yeah, that's kind of what's coming up. What's coming up for you. So just think a little more. Not that you haven't, I'm sure it's a lot. But before going through with anything, just take into consideration all aspects of it. Okay. Let me get a little sip, and we'll do a couple more. I'm going to end with Jade's mama. So we'll see who. Sorry, I'm trying to find. Okay, we got you. We got Elisa. We got Ron. We got Helen. Thank you. Maria, we did. Okay. Shelly, I think. Shelly, Jessica, Nadia, and Jade's mama. Okay. Shelly. Shelly. Oh my gosh, y'all. I need to write this down somewhere. Shelly, Jessica. I already forgot. Shelly, Jessica, Nadia. Shelly, Jessica, Nadia, and Jade's mama. I think. Jessica, Nadia, Jade's mama. Okay, I think I got it. Thank you for allowing me to pull the cards for you. I appreciate it. All right. And again, y'all, let's take a 4-second advertisement break. Join me on Patreon, patreon.com/Deviant Witch, where you'll find such great content, and me. Who doesn't want to join that? Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm just being silly. But if you don't advertise yourself, who's going to advertise for you? If you don't say, hey, I offer great stuff. I really do. I know, but it's just so much fun to say Jade's mama. Barbara. But anyways, yeah, if you don't advertise, if you don't say, hey, look, I offer stuff. This is me. This is what I offer. I provide a great service. I love it. And you'll love it too if you really want. And again, if you don't want to, that's just fine and dandy as well. Nothing wrong with that. But you won't know about it unless I let you know about it, right? So that's the thing. Cool. So Shelly, are you here? Are you here, Shelly? Did I just? Oh, I've used these cards really, really well. So they're a bit tattered. So Shelly, I went to beauty school with a girl named Shelly. She's cute. What? Shelly, this is for you. This card is for you. The third eye chakra, Ajna. The third eye chakra, Ajna. Self-realization, neutrality, the psychic sight. So Ajna, third eye chakra. And it is chakra, y'all. That's the thing. It's not chakra, like a sh. It's ch, like a ch, like a ch. Chakra. I don't know. There you go. Little lesson. Another lesson. Third eye chakra, ajna. Self realization, neutrality, psychic sight. So for Shelly, what I feel is coming up for you with the third eye is it's definitely important right now for you to start exploring yourself. That kind of sounds wrong, but not wrong, right? Explore yourself in all kinds of ways. Get in touch with yourself. Get in contact with you. Like understand your body, understand your mind, understand your soul. Third eye. It's like it's time. It's time for you to realize who you actually are, not based on what other people believe of you or not what other people place upon you. It is a really good time for you to start exploring you. Like what makes you happy, what makes you angry, what makes you. Like I think that this is a really good time of self exploration, like I said, and to realize like maybe there are certain things in my life that are happening that I don't really want to happen or that I don't really want to participate in, and I was just going with the flow. And so now I recognize this is a really important time for me to reclaim like my time, my energy, my investments, and I'm going to start exploring things that are important to me without the fear of what other people would think. Because fuck what other people think. Who cares? Like honestly, who cares? But it's also approach this from a place of neutrality. Ooh, I've been thinking of on exploring mediumship. Yes, you should. You absolutely should. Mediumship is a gift. And I'm not saying that you have to be gifted to be a medium. I'm just saying it is a gift to be able to serve. It is a gift to be able to share mediumship with our world. And so if that's something that you're interested in, explore that. And I will say this is an important thing too when exploring anything really, but especially with mediumship, do so from a place of neutrality. Do so from a place of neutrality. It is so important that we don't judge what we see and we are not scared of what we see. We do so from a place of neutrality. This is the information. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm experiencing. This is what's coming up. I am not going to judge you for what I see. I am going to share and we're going to get through this. We're going to, hold space for one another and we're going to communicate. But with the third eye ajna, it is this exploration of who you are, and so I do feel like right now is a really important time for you to reclaim what you're capable of and reclaim what is important to you. So if you want to explore mediumship, then allow yourself to do that. But I will say, I don't know if something has been holding you back from exploring it, if it's like the thoughts of others or just lack of resources or whatever. But I feel like opinions might have been a little more heavy on you than they should be. And so I will say that if this is something you want to explore, then understand with that place of neutrality. Other people are going to have their concerns, other people are going to have their fears, other people are going to have their words, but they don't matter. Even if the people matter to you, like if it was a family or whatever, even if they matter to you, their opinions don't matter, because their opinions are fear-based, or their opinions are coming from a place of their own doing. It's not you. Does that make sense? And so it's important that you remember, like, if this is what I want, if this is what I love, if this is what I desire to explore right now, I need to do that for myself. I need to do that for myself. And so there's this really appropriate time right now for you to start exploring that. It really is. And to just invite more things that are important to you and back into your life. I feel like maybe you take care of the world around you a little too much, or you feel like you do, and that's exhausting. So now you need to take back. You need to take back something that's important to you. You need to take back something that is inspiring to you and start to see clearly. Because again, that's going to open your clairvoyance. Again, third eye chakra. Now is the time to explore that. Now is the time to start utilizing clairvoyance, what you see, and expanding upon it. and it will help you understand yourself more so as well. So as you explore your clairvoyance, as you explore maybe mediumship again, you will start to understand more about yourself, what you love, what you don't like, things that are gut wrenching to you. Because when we explore mediumship and we communicate with the dead, there's a lot of things that are so emotionally intense. We learn a lot about ourselves, and that's why, again, I'll say, for you, it's important to get to the place of neutrality. I'm not here to judge your experience. I'm not here to judge what I see. So, I will learn, I will educate, I will, pick up on the information, I will do my stuff, and I will share that. And I will share that with heart, but I'm not going to share that with judgment. Yeah. So, yeah, that's cool. I love that. I love that. I'm trying to think of a really great. Um, there's this girl. I haven't read it yet. It's on my to read list. I have the book, and it's called Magical Mediumship. And I want to say her name's Danielle, but I always remember her by her hair. She has curly hair. That might be a good resource. But I don't really have. I'm trying to think of any like really great resources on mediumship. Um, the UK has a lot of like amazing resources for mediumship, like in-person training. So much. So yeah, thank you for letting me share that little tidbit of information with you. That's cool. I'm excited for you. Mediumship is a blessing, truly is. Okay, so sorry, I'm looking at so Shelly, that was for you. Jessica, you're next. Jessica, are you here? Jessica, so this is for you. I feel like there's another like mediumship resource and it's not coming to me. So if it comes to me, I'll share it with you. All right, Jessica. I took some in-person training like 100 years ago with James Van Prague. His mediumship classes were nice or interesting. Little intimidating for me because he's nice, but when he's in his class, at least at that class, like he was very what's the word? He wasn't mean. He was assertive, a little aggressive, like this, like boom, boom, boom. It was intense. That training was intense. Some people didn't last. They got really emotional and left, and they were mad at. They like expressed anger towards him. It was interesting, and I was very shy, like in group settings, and it was just an intense experience. Okay, Jessica. Ooh, huh. Jessica, you got the full moon. You got transcendence. Oh, I bent this card the other day when I was reading. So sad. Poor thing. Full moon, power, creation, psychic awareness, enlightenment, ascension. I'm like more and more not into the word ascension. I love it, but people, make it into something that it's really, really not. So, ascension, transcendence, full moon energy. For you, Jessica, I feel like this is a really good time in your life to start maybe like letting go, releasing. It's a good time to step into your own power. Step into your own power by just freeing yourself of what weighs on you. Like, I feel like heavy burdens. I feel like a lot of heaviness in your life that's not necessarily yours. So I do feel like this ascension part of this card is being utilized to say, let go of baggage, let go of other people's bullshit, let go of what is not yours. You don't have to carry the weight of the world, the weight of your own reality, the weight of whatever family, friends, situations are putting on you. You don't have to carry that. That's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to yourself. Your responsibility is to your life, to living your life as you see fit, to experiencing the world the way you want. It's not carrying other people's problems and fixing them for them and trying to do everything for everyone. full moon transcendence is like, now is the time to really reclaim that energy that you give to everyone else so freely, that energy for yourself. Does that make sense? And so it's pulling that energy back. Like, I reclaim myself. I call back my energy that I've given out throughout the day. I claim it now. Come back to me, and allow the energy to come back to you. Allow the energy to be pulled from all the places that you have given it, and be returned to you. And it is time to also, I think it's time to also study. It's time to learn more about, again, a lot of these things are very similar in approach. Like, there's a learning here, there's studying here, where enlightenment, what do you want to grow in your life? Like, in your life right now, like, is it school? Is there school? Or what do you want to expand upon? And I think that this full moon transcendence energy is like, you kind of have to pull back from resources that you're investing in. So I don't know if it's like parties or parties, whatever that means. But like, it's like, I'm spending so much time doing all of these other things, and it's really not as rewarding as like it can be. And so I feel like there's this sort of this call to action, in the sense where it's time to pull back, like pull your energy from wherever you're spending it, and so you can channel it into investing it into something that is actually important to you. So like, just an example, if, like, let's say I want to learn, I want to go back to school, or I want to learn herbal medicine or whatever, right? And let's say I'm having fun partying it up, or I'm over here, going over here, whatever over here is, I don't know, I'm doing all these things. Yeah. Well, I want to study. I want to learn my herbal medicine or whatever it is. So I know that I have to make that happen. Well, I need to maybe not party as much as I have been. I need to not be spending so much time with these people. Maybe they're not the greatest influences on me, or whatever. So I have to pull my energy back. No, I can't, party every day now. I have to cut back. I have to cut back. And so we cut back, and we take that energy, and we take those resources, and we place it into what we actually want to be doing, which is growing and learning about herbal medicine. Okay. And so that's what I feel is happening for you. It's like, okay, now is the time for you to lighten your load, to lighten your space, and to liberate yourself from whatever's going on, and also be very, very discerning. Be very discerning as to who you allow in your life, and what you allow to give your time, right? And pull back from the excess, pull back from the things that are maybe not as important, and use that time, that energy, into the space that you want it. Oh, that's hilarious. I've been thinking about moving into Eastern medicine. I've been a medical assistant for 15. That's awesome. Yes, that's hilarious. That's funny. That's that just gave me the chills. And yes, they're multiplying. Um, but yeah, that's really that's what's coming up for you, is a sort of like enlightenment, like ascension energy. It's time to not allow other people to weigh on you, to free your energy and time up, and some resources, pull back a little into yourself, reclaim what you want, and really start going for it. Like, if you want to create something, cast for it. The full moon, it's like you have this fullness. It's like when people are pregnant, right? And you're at that 9 month stage, usually, not always, but you're at that stage, usually the 9 month, right? Boom, let's get this thing out. So full moon, you have this beautiful little creature inside you. You have this beautiful, life inside of you, and now you're about to birth something into existence. It's a lot like that, the full moon. So it's time to take that into you, and to say, hey, this is what I want to birth. This is what I want to birth into my life. This is what I want to create. And so I'm going to do that. I have the power, I have the energy, I have it right now to make it happen. And so let me do that. Let me cast for it. Let me put it out there. Let me get those resources. Let me do all of the things, because I want this. I want this. And I'm going to make sure I have it. Okay. So educate yourself, and free yourself from the things that are holding you back. Free yourself from the things that are plaguing you, and not supporting you. It's time. Slowly but surely. But if you want this, if you want something to happen, you can make it happen. You can. You have the ability to do that. And so just, start somewhere. Start somewhere. Okay. All right. And that's what's coming up for you, Jessica. To the point, but thank you. Thank you for letting me share that with you. But I really do feel like you're in a good place right now to start that process, because it's almost like there's this fullness here. It's like I really desire something. I really desire to make this happen. This is on my mind. It's in my heart, and so I know that I'm in the right place. Girl, what you mean? What do you mean by that? What? What does that mean? I do. I mean, it just depends on what you mean by that. Maybe. You mean like, do I do readings for people in poly relationships? Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Unless you mean something else. This is going to be for Nadia. Nadia, are you here? Nadia, can you hear me? Nadia, and then we're going to end with Barbara. So you got it. And then, yeah. So Nadia, I'm shuffling for you. Oh, yeah. 2 or more energies involved. That's fine. Yeah, I do. That's fine. Reading is a reading to me in that sense, where I just pay attention to the energies involved, to pay attention to the question, and we throw the cards down and we discuss. So Nadia, let's see. The little signal on my internet popped up. So if I freeze, I apologize. Okay. You know how I can tell I've gained weight? Like my tits they're bouncing. That's fine. Oh, wow. There's a lot of psychic energy going on today. This is very fascinating to me. There's a lot of psychic energy. Slightly different psychic energy. So, Nadia, for you, you get the eye. The eye. Watcher, discover secrets. Shock. Ooh. Awaken and faded. So you get the eye card. Ooh, eye card. Nadia. So, uh, I just laugh because it's at least it's the sun. My tits jiggling. No, that's called I had carbs. The I for Nadia. Sorry, a little silly. What I like about this and what I feel, it's like, okay, there's a lot of information actually being made known to you right now. There's a lot of stuff coming your way. And I feel like it is really, really important before you make a decision on any situation in your life right now. I feel like it is very, very important that you start to weed out that information, pay attention to what's being presented to you, and know that there's more. There's like something hidden. There's like, again, with discover secrets, it's like, I have my eye on something. Like I know I'm seeing, there's more to what I am seeing, right? And so for you, I feel like it's time to pay more attention. Like you're being given like hints, like this glimmer of information, of data, of inspiration in your life, where there's something more here. There's something more, and it's just going to take some time for you to sort of like suss it out. Again, this is it could be like a shock, or like, wow, I wouldn't expect this of this situation. I wouldn't expect this of this person. But it's time for you, again, with this card. I don't know if this makes sense to you, but it's time for you to start paying more attention. When your intuition hits, it's in time to pay attention to that situation. So it's like your gut is saying something. So then, boom, tune into what is being said. Pay attention to the words that are being used or the body language. But right now in your life, I do feel like it is going to require you to there's a shit. There's a shit. There's not a shit. There's a term. It's not coming to me, but it's like birds, how they have the eyesight, or when you're zooming in on something, it's almost like you have that target and you're going in and you're seeing more layers to a situation. It's a lot like that, what I feel is popping up, and it's so weird to see it in my head, in my mind's eye. But it is definitely saying that right now is a really, really good time. Trust your gut. But before you take action, before you do anything about a situation, allow more information to come through. Pay attention more and more to what is being provided. And so I feel whenever your gut is like, hey, pay attention to something, something's going on here. Listen. And I don't know if it's going to be spirit that's communicating with you or if it's an actual like physical situation that you're in. But when it says listen, tune in, look at your surroundings, pay attention to that information being provided, and then really finally zoom in on the things that you're experiencing. Okay, my gut says pay attention, boom, I am. And so then you're paying attention to what you listen to, the words. Oh, the key words stand out in conversations, or something on the radio, or the way someone is moving, like their body language. There's a lot of interesting things that are occurring, that are sort of lining up for you, that are blending like mundane and spiritual to give you the information you need to have to make an accurate decision for your life. Does that make sense? There's a lot. This is like very cryptic almost. What's being shown to me, it seems very, very like, I'm not going to be very to the point. It's very cryptic in little pieces, but I feel like it will make sense for you. Um, that's so weird. But it's faded. There's faded energy here too. So we know that there's like a life lesson. There's a lesson to be learned. So I feel like this is why it's a little complicated to express in words what I'm seeing. But I feel like there's like this sort of faded experience or faded energy where it is up for you, like it's up to you to discover, and it is far more important for you to sort of have that experience of discovery in the situation, so you can really so it validates the choice that you will make. Yeah. And so no, I think it's important as well for you to just be kind to yourself during this exploration, where you don't have to judge. You don't have to judge it. It's just like, okay, I'm going to be mindful of what's going on in my life. I'm going to look at things and I'm going to allow them to come through, and I'm going to zoom in when my intuition, my spirit says zoom in, and I'm going to pay attention to all of those underlying patterns and currents that pop up. I'm going to listen to the conversation. I'm going to watch that body language. I'm going to see how they interact with other people and see how that pans out. And so I may be shocked, but I think I won't be, because I recognize that I've been looking, I've been seeing things for a long time, and so now I know what to do with it, because all of it's going to sort of like culminate into the final experience that you are able to really put all those pieces to the puzzle together. But I think also it's a time where you're waking up, to your life situation, to where you're seeing things as they are. And it's okay. I just want you to know that it's okay. Whatever you see, whatever you go through, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. And I think it's also important for you to recognize that you're preparing yourself. You're preparing yourself, and it feels like it's been a long time coming. And you'll be okay. You'll be taken care of. When you finally see all those things being put together, and you find your puzzles put together and you see it, you'll be taken care of. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. It might not make everything feel good in the moment, but eventually at least you can trust that you did everything on your part. All right. So I hope that you can take that with you and utilize it. Okay. Okay. Our last card pull for the day is for Barbara. And y'all, if you haven't yet, check me out on Patreon. Oh my gosh, patreon.com/the Deviant Witch. We have a lot to offer. There's a lot of content already uploaded there, so check it out. Every tier is a special. If you want all of the content, just know that that's at the Witch of Oddities tier. That's you'll get all the content. So yeah, choose yours wisely and have fun. You can always alter your subscription too if and when you need. Oh, thank you, Nadia. I wish you well. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm glad that you can take something from it. That's all that matters, you know. I ramble and I share all the information that comes to me, and sometimes it doesn't make sense to me, but that's not really what matters. What matters the most is whoever I am pulling for, whoever I'm reading for, can receive something out of the reading, and they can utilize it. Okay, that's the most important thing. It's like it's not about me. I love doing this. I love being able to share this with people and communicate. It's fun to me. I mean, yeah. So for Barbara, ooh, where are we going with this, Barbara? Oh. Oh my gosh, I know. We're almost at 2 hours. Well, I had to. Shoot. How long did my whole join me on Patreon thing go? I don't think it was an hour. Shoot. Oh my gosh, y'all. Whoops. Well, thank you all for being here. And I think even if I didn't pull for you, like the information that we can all take something from it, you know? I think that's also a blessing of sharing these publicly too. So Barbara, for you, we have Violet, another color card. So we have Violet and Royalty. Flow, but not Ant Flow. Flow, heightened awareness, humanitarian, pompous, divine wisdom. So we have the Violet energy, Royalty energy. The thing that I like about this card for Barbara, I think that there's like a flow here. I feel like it's really important right now for you. Hold on, y'all. My lips are a little chapped. Let me prepare. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry, Barbara. I hate having chapped like dry lips. That totally sounds wrong too. Anyways, so I like the Violet Royalty energy for you, Barbara. I think that your heart is in a good place. I feel like right now it's like you want to take care, you want to do things. You have this heart where it's like I want to care in a way that maybe I didn't receive. I feel like there's this energy that's coming up. It's like this humanitarian energy where it's like I want to give and I want to care and I want to do the best I can because that's kind of maybe what I was missing or what I didn't receive or how I don't receive that in a way that I would like, maybe growing up. But it's there's this heart here in this Violet energy. It's like I want to provide and give that nurturing energy in the best way I can. But I also think that it's important for you right now to learn how to go with the flow. I think that instead of what I am being shown is like a dam and like beavers no things in the dam, like blocking the water, blocking the flow, or there's a water, there's like blockages. I don't know what I'm talking about with dams and shit, but I see water and like blockages, and so the water is what I'm paying attention to, this emotion, these experiences, these things in life that need to be very fluid. And in your space, I feel there's a lot of things that it's coming like it's hitting against, and you're not allowing yourself to fully experience or to fully really embrace those emotions or whatever it is that's coming up for you in life. I feel it's like okay, it hits that, and then boom, That's it. Like, we're not going to process this. We're not going to deal with this. Maybe eventually the water will go over, or get through the cracks or something, but then there's another thing hitting it. There's another thing, another blockage. And so that's what I keep seeing. And I feel like now is the time to really pay attention to like what you're going through, like your life, your experiences, and to see it from a more like maybe cosmic or divine perspective. Again, whatever it is you believe, whether it's God, goddess, spiritual energy, things that are uplifting. It's time to see life in a different way. So it no longer is so heavy, but it's more about taking the flow of information and seeing it from a better perspective. Like, oh, I went through this, I experienced this as a child. I experienced this as an adult. I experienced this yesterday, and I experienced these things, but I don't have to allow them to have a hold on me. It's like, okay, now that I've experienced something, I can connect with people in a different way. My ability to give back, my ability to share, to connect, and so it's like I've experienced these things in life, and instead of allowing them to hold me back from experiencing my own life, instead of allowing them to keep me in a position of disempowerment, I don't have to. I don't have to. I can actually use these struggles or these things, and I can use them to bless. I can use them to say, you know what, I not everyone's going to agree with this, and maybe not everyone's at the same place, which is fine, but this is how I do for myself and what's coming up. I've experienced this because I was strong enough to experience this, and or I wasn't strong enough, but I was able to experience the situation, and I can use this to help heal. I can use these traumatic events in my life to reach out to people, to communicate, and I don't have to tell them what I've been through, but I can use this energy to resonate with others and to connect and help heal and to pave the way for growth for other people. Maybe show up in life where no one showed up for me. Does that make sense? And so there's this, royalty energy with Violet, and it's like lifting it up, letting it go, and giving it to God. It's like let go, let God, how they say. And it requires a flow. Like you don't have to hold things within. It is so important because when we hold our emotions in, when we hold like situations or events in, they boil, and then it hurts, and it's not fun. Because let me tell you, when I hold things in, bitch, I'm like hoops are down, and finally I blow, and I'm like so mean, and I'm so mean, and I don't want to be mean, but when you hold things in and you're just like you're stewing, and you don't always realize you're stewing, but then that one thing sets you off, and you're like, let me show you who I am. And you obliterate people. That's not always fun. We don't mean to, but when we recognize, you know what? Yeah. When we realize it is so much more effective when I just allow things to flow. And so in a situation when I can express like, you know what, this is how I feel. This is what I'm going through. This is how I feel. This is what I am experiencing. That helps so much more. That feels so much better. And I might not be able to always express that, but it's important for me to keep trying. So I know that there's a flow of energy going through my life instead of it hitting blockages, instead of it hitting doorways that are closed. I can open those doors. I can open those gates and allow the energy to flow through. Allow those events to flow through. They do not define me. The events in my life don't define me. Those hurtful experiences or the bullshit that people say does not define me. I get to define myself every single day. I wake up every single day. I show up for myself. And so with this violet energy, it's like it's time to it's time to raise our thought process. I am no longer going to hold on to the things and people and situations. I'm not. That's just too much. It's too much. I'm going to just let myself experience life and let that flow happen. And when I'm able to share my story, again, I don't have to, like, you don't have to share your exact story, right? You don't have to tell people your business, but we can connect with people and we know what to say in the right times. And so when I'm ready to share my story and when I'm ready to connect, and maybe when I'm ready to move forward, I have it. I got that. I can. I don't have to hold on to anything, and I don't have to relive things. All experiences have put me in a position where I am today. And you should be blessed. You are blessed for being here today because we can communicate and we get to share this. But I do feel like I feel like that might be a part. Like, I don't know if you've been struggling with not purpose, but struggling with finding your footing. And I do feel like maybe a part of your footing is helping people heal. And I don't know, it makes me think of oh shit. It makes me think of, when people could go into group meetings or group stuff. That might be something to look into. That might be something to figure out, where you can actually use your story or your experience, or you can actually help people to heal, help people to grow by just having a space where people can come together and process. I don't know. There's something like that. There's something like that that's coming up for you, where you can you be able to take your story, your life, your connection, the way you communicate, the way you want to nurture, the way you can now. Maybe it's something that you were not able to do before. Maybe there is something there. You can now take where you are at now, what you're able to do now, and you can apply it. You don't have to go back. You don't have to regret anything. You don't have to wish you handled yourself a different way, you know? You can't change that. But you can show up now, and you can apply that to this moment and move forward. So I feel like that's something that might help too. It's like, what do I do? Like, what do I do with my life? What do I do with my energy? What do I do with my time? Maybe there's something in that you're able to share. Shoot, you could even write a book, write a story. It doesn't have to be your exact story, but you can write a story. There's so many different things you can do. Um, there's so many different things, so many options. So sorry, there's like so many different things that are popping in my head. But yeah, you have a lot to offer, and so don't sell yourself short. Don't think you're at a space in life where you just don't have anything to offer. You're just going through the motions. There's a lot of things that you're able to do, and it's just figuring it out. It's figuring it out, and I think that it starts with you allowing those inspirations, the emotions to flow through. You don't have to block them. What comes through, write it out or record yourself or something. I think that there might be a good story there, a very healing story. Um, People who write that damn book, chicken something soup for the whatever. There's so many different things that you can be doing, and if you want to, you can do it. You can go for it. But yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. That's a little inspiration for you. But I think that there's a lot of cool stuff that you're capable of, and it's just figuring out how you want to use, how you want to work with your story, how you want to work with your life, and how you want to give back in that way, which will help you, but it will also help others. And so when you're ready for that, it'll be there. It'll be there. So, well, hello, Sonia. Good to see you. I've been live for 2 hours now. Oh my goodness. I did not know it was going to be so long. I need to go check on my niece. Oh my gosh, she's probably mad at me. She's like, I'm hungry. And I'm like, what do you want to eat? And she's like, I don't know. Candy. And I'm like, you're sick. You are not eating candy. She's like, candy. And I'm like, no, no. I don't have candy. But thank you all for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for showing up and being here with me this entire time. There's a lot of great messages here, so feel free to rewatch and experience them, and journal them and have fun with them. But again, like the initial video, join me on Patreon, patreon.com/the Deviant Witch. I am here to help. I'm here to be of service. I'm here to share and to help everyone grow as best as I can. I am a resource for you, so utilize me. And again, there are several different tiers like we discussed. Join the one that fits you, and always remember, you're more than welcome to reach out. You're more than welcome to Did it pause? It did. You're more than welcome to reach out with special requests for any future content. I'm here to help where I can, and I enjoy communicating with everyone. So again, thank you so much, and I will talk to you. I will talk to you soon. All right. Take care.